Hello, 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 my beautiful friends. Hopefully get some people popping on here in just a minute. How's everybody doing? Hope you're having a good Sunday. Got some day 2 hair going on today. It's kind of doing what it wants to do today. It's fine. It's fine. You know, it always does what it wants to do and never what you want it to do. That's okay. Give it a minute. Hopefully we have some people start hopping on in just a second. Is everybody having a good Sunday? Sundays are always so bittersweet for me. I love them, and they're the last day of the weekend. And I know that tomorrow is Monday. And it does not make me so excited, but the rest of everything about Sunday I love. Okay, give it a minute. See if we can build some people on here. How's everybody doing today? I'm wearing some of my favorite earrings today. They're leather, and I love this color. I feel like this color really is gonna make the lipstick that I have planned today like really pop. So hopefully we'll give it a minute. Well, if you are jumping on and you are watching this as a replay, please hit #replay, #tardy, put a number 2, something to let me know that you stopped by, that you watched this later on. If you're here catching the live, please say something, let me know you're here so we can chat as we go through this tonight. See how everybody's Sunday is going, what you've got going on for the week. If you're popping on, say hi. Okay. All right, well, we'll go ahead and get started. So we're gonna start off. You guys know this is my favorite. I love this primer. This is our VFX Pro Camera Ready, and it is a cream primer because I'm all about some extra moisture. Nothing wrong with that. So I'm just gonna dot this on. If you're hopping on, say hello so we know you're here. You can say hi. All right. Oh, and this smells so good, you guys. It smells so good. It's so good. And the smell like doesn't linger. It smells good, and then once it absorbs into your skin, which happens pretty quickly, then it's gone. Doesn't add, you know, sometimes I feel like if you have a lot of scent from your hair products and then from your makeup products, and if you're wearing perfume, you can kind of be like overwhelming with the scent. That's not this. That's not this. Okay, so we got our primer all worked in. Feeling good. We're gonna go today with the VFX Pro in the shade 01 Vanilla. I really like the finish on this one. It's got some airbrush technology in it, and it really blends in with the skin well. So I've got just 2 little pumps here on my hand. It does not take a lot, and this is gonna look amazing. All of our foundations are so good, but do you ever feel like you go through phases where you like certain things for a little while, and then even though you might like other stuff, there's just something that you key in on? That's where I feel like I'm at with the VFX right now. I love the Stay Matte. I do really love our BB cream, but I am just craving some VFX today. This is the same one I put on yesterday too. If you haven't had a chance to watch that video, we were just hanging out on a Saturday night, almost said Friday night. The days blend together, you guys. And just take it down. I like to take it down the neck. into the ears. So I have some nice blending. You can see already like how bright and even that is making the skin tone on my face. Sometimes just the texture of this kabuki brush on your face, it's almost like a little face massage. Feels so good. This is just a kabuki brush I got on Amazon. If you are curious about it, just send me a message and I can share the link with you. Really, really nice. Came in a whole set, has like, you know, different colors. I was digging the rose gold. It's just the mood I was in at the time that I ordered it, so that's what we got. Hi, Angelina. How are you? So glad you're here. If you are just hopping on, say hi. Hit new girl. Let me know. Okay. And we have, Farmasi does sell brushes, but I think they're currently out right now because they're gonna go to a new, I don't want to get makeup on the earring. That might not be a good look. We don't want to be wearing makeup on our jewelry. Okay. But the Farmasi brushes, look at that. It's so bright already. Blends right in. Evens out that tone. I keep getting distracted from telling you guys about the Farmasi brushes. Okay, so the Farmasi brushes are, they're coming out with some new ones. And so I think a lot of them are not available right now. But Amazon for these. You can get other ones at beauty supply stores, all kinds of places. But I really like this particular flat brush for blending foundation in. Okay. All right. Now, you know, if you've watched any of my videos so far, and I know I only have a couple because we're new, but I love, 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 love this liquid concealer. This is in the color 03 Light Ivory, and it stays on all day and has this amazing brightening effect. I'm gonna put it right there. Just kind of the back of the brush, or back of the applicator right here. And yes, I enjoy so much, even in my mid-30s, that I still have to, you know, cover up some acne spots. It's okay. It's okay. Hi, Debbie. How are you? Thank you for joining us tonight. Okay. Can I just tell you, this is my life right now, you guys. This is like part missing. I think I still have the part. This is what happens when your 5-year-old twin girls come down and play with your makeup. And they call this my puffer. This is, of course, just an applicator sponge. This one's from Farmasi. You can also get them all over the place. I really like this one because until there was a large chunk missing out of it, it also has this nice like rounded end right here. You can kind of see. But I don't know what they were doing to it. Obviously something really like ripped half the sponge off. And Charlotte, one of my twins, the one who did it, bless her heart, she was so upset about it. I just didn't even feel the need to have her be in trouble. I know I'm kind of a softie sometimes, but she was just so upset that she had gotten in and done that to Mom's puffer. That's what she calls it, her puffer. So this one, I before I got on here, I pre-dampened it. And I just wrung it, like squeezed it out really good in a towel, so that it is just damp. I don't have another word. It's damp. And we're just gonna go in and blend that out a little bit on both sides. All the way down. Kind of up the side of the nose here. I feel tonight like I'm kind of want to go with a little bit of a pinup inspired look. Not an actual pinup look, a pinup inspired look. And so I definitely want some brightness about the eyes, or around the eyes, because I'm going to go in and do some eyeliner tonight, some liquid liner, which I know has so many, you know, it can be really intimidating to do the liquid liner, but I'm going to show you guys a good trick tonight if you are new to liquid liner, or you're just maybe not wanting to do a freehand liner tonight. And I am just gonna go in and blend that out with my finger right there. And that is that on the concealer. Doesn't take long. I love this one. You could also do that with a brush. I just really prefer the Beauty Blender. Sometimes I forget this because my children go in and take it out of my makeup area or out of my bag, and so I forget it. And that's okay. You can absolutely use your fingers. You can use a brush. Really, really easy to apply however you like it. You don't have to have one of these. Whatever your particular way is you like to do that, great. Okay, now, my favorite powder. What is everybody doing today, by the way? Last day of the weekend. I had such a nice long weekend last week, you guys. I wanted a long weekend every weekend, I feel like. I just feel like it's so good for the soul to have a nice mental break. Okay. Love this powder. This is our translucent setting powder. I'm gonna put this on with the same applicator here. Again, in my video last night, you can see where I just used the little applicator that came with it. But I like to use this one too. And we just pat it on, chilling out and cleaning the house. Oh, so nice sometimes to like just have some chill time at home, right, Debbie? I agree. That's what we did yesterday. We chilled out too and did some house cleaning. I am with you, sister. Today we went out and went to a local state park here that has just a whole bunch of different kind of trails that go up the mountain. And it was beautiful. We took the kids on one of the smaller trails. It was only like a mile. Because, you know, I got 5 kids and they're little. And ain't nobody trying to take them on a 12-mile hike. They're not interested in going on that. But we got out and we got our like mile in and we took our time and we were reading the signs about ponderosa pines and Douglas firs. And it was really awesome. It was nice to just like get out of the house. Sometimes since we haven't been able to attend church in person, we wanted to find a way to make Sunday not just another day like Saturday. Yes, Debbie, you saw it on my personal page. We went hiking. It was so beautiful. And this is probably like the 4th or 5th week in a row where on Sundays we have gone out and just gone for like a family hike, found some trails that are kid friendly in the area, and we packed some water and a couple snacks and we just hit it. And the kids love it. Kids love it. We've really been enjoying it. Okay, so I've got the pressed powder on. That has set this up. The pressed powder, even though it looks white, it's translucent, so it's colorless. And what you see here, even though it's a little brightened, is really just excess powder. And so I like to go in once the foundation and everything is on with our Face Perfecting Pressed Powder. It's kind of a long name, so sometimes I forget it. It's our Face Perfecting Pressed Powder, and this one is the color 2, and I will just go in and like loosely, it almost acts, even though it's a pressed powder, because I use it with a brush, it's almost more like a loose powder when I put it on. So it's not real heavy or cakey, and I really like it. And this also evens out. I thought about doing a video with you guys. Maybe I'll pre-record it or something, but just shows how I use this as a foundation too, without using a liquid foundation. And it is wonderful and will also really even out the skin. So nice. Look at that. Bright, tone correcting. Fluff that hair up a little bit. I love it. I love it, you guys. It's so good. So good. Okay. What was I talking about? Oh, the hiking. Yeah, the hiking. So we went out and it's starting to get really hot where we live. Not like Arizona hot, but you know, like hot for here. It was almost 90 today. And so we were out walking around, and the kids were like, Mom, it's so hot. It's so hot. We had to stop like every 5 minutes for water. But it's okay. You know, they're little. And, you know, a mile for them seems like a lot. Just because it doesn't seem like a lot for us and our long legs. They were troopers. They held it in there. So, okay. I'm going to go in. Should we do brows next? Let's do some contouring next. Let's try some contouring. Okay. So this is our, amen, Deborah. It is not Iraq. That is for sure. It is Colorado hot. And that is definitely not as hot as Iraq. You are correct. Okay. This is our contouring stick. I'm just gonna go in right here. Again, when I contouring, I like to stuck in my cheeks. I have more like an apple cheek right here, and so I like to just bring some definition just under that, just like that. Ooh, that might have been a little far. It's okay. Like this. And then, even though I definitely got some sun today, and I have I have our bronzer. I should probably try that. Bronzer is not contouring, or it's not a contour specific item, but nobody says you have to play by those rules. Who said you have to play by those rules? Not me. Nobody else. Okay. So I like this brush just a little bit more, well, not when I flatten it out like that, but if you look at it, it's got kind of a point to it. And I can really get in there and target that contour line, blend it out. Just give some definition under the cheeks there. And I like to kind of pull it up a little bit like that with the brush strokes. And even though it looks, you know, when you put it on like you just drew crayon in your face, it doesn't stay that way. Don't freak out. It's okay. And it's just makeup. So if you mess it up the first time, you just go in and take it off and redo it, and it's fine. But we got home, so we were out, you know, with my kiddos to walk a little over a mile. It took us, we were out, you know, about 45 minutes actually hiking. And then we came back, everybody had some lunch, and I had the most horrific headache, you guys. And I drink a lot of water anyway, so I don't know if I was dehydrated or what. And I was gonna try and go live earlier today, like I was debating about advertising, like, well, maybe I should go live earlier. It's Sunday, maybe I should go, like, maybe people would be available a little earlier in the day. So I was thinking about doing, you know, like a 4 o'clock or a 3 o'clock. And I'm glad I didn't, because I needed some migraine meds and I needed some sunglasses and I needed some time for that stuff to go away, so it would have been hard. But I'm good to go now, and I'm excited to be here with you guys. And if you're just jumping on, Say hello, so I know you're here. Say hi, join us. These amazing products, you guys, they're so good. Okay. And I really like to blend. Sometimes your fingers are your best blenders, your best blender tools. Now you can just see, I don't know why my screen went shadowed for a minute. Now you can see, I don't have those lines anymore, but I just have a little bit of definition to my face and up around the top of my forehead where there should be some natural shadowing and where I don't look quite so like pasty white from all of our wonderful foundation and concealer. Okay, so contouring is good. Now, let's go into the brows. So this is a little trick that I use every time now for the brows. So this is our setting spray. It's our Time Locker setting spray. I use the, there we go. It's so shiny, the label, so it's kind of hard to read. Time Locker setting spray. And I'm gonna spray this on my whole face in a little bit, but I'm just gonna take one pump, maybe a little more than a pump, right there, and go for my thin angle eyebrow brush. I think this is an eyebrow brush. We're gonna make it an eyebrow brush. Looks like it. And I am just dipping that in that setting spray right here that I used, and I'll show you why. So I do that. And then this is our mono brow powder. Let me make sure I grab the right one. Yeah, this is our mono brow powder in the color Blonde. And so with that dampened brush, I'm just gonna wipe off the excess here. I like to go in, and I'm just gonna hit this right here and get some on the brush. And then this gives it a different texture when I'm applying it. So, you know, some people prefer for their brows, they like the brow pencil. I've got one of those too. Some of them like the brow gel. I am really enjoying this particular method. That would be even better if I could find my little spoolie. Oh, there it is. There it is. Just gonna brush these up a little bit so I can see the direction that the hair is growing much easier. Okay, so I'm gonna take this on, and my brow line is just a little bit short, and so I'm going to very light-handedly I'm not drawing. I'm going to take this brush and just mimic lightly as though I was drawing more hairs in the eyebrows, like that. And this is just my preferred method. We have products for however you like to do your brows. But I like this one because I don't do quite a heavy brow. And I'm also somewhat new to the brow game. Hi, Deborah, how are you? Deborah Pauga is watching. Hi, Deborah. Thank you for coming on. So when I bring that out a little bit, I like them, that it gives me a little bit more natural look, and then I just go in and use this to create the shape as well, just as if I was drawing additional little hairs for my eyebrows. So just like that. And by sitting by getting this in the setting spray first and then putting it in that brow powder, it is going to increase the staying powder, the staying power of the powder. Say that time 5 times fast. So that it just won't rub off. You know, Sundays are great nap days. Oh, thank you, Deborah. Thank you so much. It's so kind of you. Thank you. Sundays are great nap days. And if you've spent all this time on your makeup, like, you know, you get up, you get ready, you go to church. If that resumes, you know, here soon, or you get up and go out, or you just get up and, you know, maybe you just want to put together yourself that day and look nice. But when you take a nap, you don't want all that stuff to rub off your face. That's not a good look for anybody. And so this just helps with that. So I'm going to go back into my little one spray here, because I think, you know, this particular method also doesn't take a whole long time. And I'm going back in, if you can see on my brow, powder just like that. And again, this is in the shade Blonde. I'm actually gonna try the darker shade. I've been letting my roots kind of grow out a little bit. And Miss Trudy, who cut my hair, cut and colored my hair, who was amazing. She did a really good job of blending, but so you can see my natural root quite a bit. And so I'm thinking about trying a little bit darker when that comes in and see how that looks. But right now, the blonde is awesome. And so I am just going in, like I said, very light, because it's easier to add to than to take away. Super light-handed, just in the same direction that the hair grows, to fill that in, and also I'm purposely bringing out the edge of my brow so that it's closer to the center. Like if I'm not being very articulate right now, if I put the pencil right here, or the end, this isn't a pencil, the end of the eyebrow brush, that's where I'm looking for my eyebrows to come to, where my nose comes up. And mine are just a hair short from that. So I am just creating some additional hair look. And then I don't make them much wider towards the top, because I'm okay with the width, but you could do that. And then I just use this in the same motion that the hair grows. Just like that. So I want it to start here, and then if I bisect my pupil, that's where I want the curve to be, and then if I take it towards the end of my eye, that's where I want them to end. And I don't do my brows every day, and it's totally okay. So if you don't do that, it's totally fine. You can do whatever you are in the mood for, and we have products for all of it. And I like the saying, you know, that we want them to be sisters, not twins. So I'm just making sure that they look like they are related, and I think we are good there. Okay, so that was the Mono Brow Powder in Blonde. And then, I'm not sure what I would do with this. Should probably thought about that, but I would just dump that down. All right, so then I'm gonna go in with our Time Locker spreading spray, and I'm gonna fluff my hair, which has nothing to do with the spreading spray whatsoever, but that's fine. And I'm just gonna spray that on. I'm not gonna put the top back on it right this second because it's got extra stuff in it. Then we're just gonna fan ourselves. And on a hot day like today, this feels so nice. It's very cooling. Although It's not hot in the house, but that's okay. It looks kind of warm outside still. We're entering our stormy season here where I live, and I love it. I love it. Okay. Well, we were out walking around today. My youngest son, who's 3, you know, we were out on this very like well-traveled trail. There were bikers, there were hikers, there were, you know, families out like us hiking. Looked like a couple of them had grandma and grandpa hiking with them, and it was really cool to see so many people out in the community. But you know, the trail that we went on was just a little loop, and like I said, it was only a mile, so it wasn't particularly long. But right as you enter the trailhead, all of these trails like branch out from one trailhead. There's this sign there that talks about bears and mountain lions. And we absolutely, my husband convinced our 3-year-old that there are mountain lions out there, which there are, but they probably weren't where we are. And he was telling his sisters for part of the trip, don't let the mountain lions get you. Don't let the mountain lions get you. It was way cuter in his 3-year-old voice. But yeah, they were very concerned. And then we also, I say we, my husband was also able to convince our oldest son that there are mountain ladybugs that would be flesh-eating ladybugs. He was like, don't touch the ladybugs. And, you know, it was good times. It was good times. Good times had by all today. Out in nature, out in our little local state park. It was great. It was great. So, okay, this is our eyeshadow primer. And I am just putting this on all over the lid. And what this is going to do, right, is just help us really, it's going to help the eyeshadow apply better. And it's going to help it last longer. And the primary reason I'm using the primer today is because it's also going to help like see the true color of the eyeshadow as opposed to what might be absorbed a little bit by your skin on your eyelids. So I have a little bit darker skin on my eyelids, and I'm going to do a very light shadow today, and so I really want that to like pop and stand out. So this primer is going to help with that. It's just nice. You could also do this with concealer. If you wanted to just run that concealer up on your eyelid, I prefer to use the primer for this. Okay. Now, the color that I'm going to use on the eyelids, because remember we said, oh, those are blushes, said that we're going to do a kind of a lighter color today, is our mono eyeshadow in this shade Sateen Ribbon. And I love this one. I've used it several times. It looks, this is the wrong brush. It looks like it's really, you know, it looks really bright. The light shining on it. Let me tilt it a little bit. If you look at the color the way that I'm tilting it, it has definitely like more of a cream to it, and it does have some shine. And I am going to run this all over my lid, and you'll see why. Just hang with me. So I'm gonna run this all over the lid here, because this is gonna be the base, and I'm actually not gonna put, let me get a little bit closer. I'm not gonna put a bunch of color on the lids today because I really want the lips to pop, and I want the rest of my face to kind of frame and help exaggerate the lip color that I'm gonna put on in a little bit. And this is, oh, I do that all the time. Every single video I have done, I have like, you know, this is the mirror that I use to look up close, and this is actually our highlighter palette. And I, you know, I'm used to just like, boop, popping the brush in right there. But I have the color over here in front of me. You can't see it on camera. And so if I'm not careful, one of these days, I'm gonna be dealing like with some dark color and I'm gonna pop it into my highlighter and then it's just gonna change everything. And that'll be okay. We'll fix it if that happens. We'll go to the other side here. Just a flat brush. So you can see, right, it is, it might be actually kind of hard to see, but this color is really beautiful. It's like a light cream and it has a shimmer to it. And that is just what I'm looking for. And I'm running that up on the brow bone because I have a little bit of a deep set eye. And I like to make sure that whatever I'm doing goes up on the brow bone so you can see it real well and it doesn't get lost in the crease. Okay. So now instead of that matte base from the primer, I've got this nice shimmer right here. And I'm just gonna, you know, very high tech, I'm just gonna rub the brush off on my hand to kind of clear that color off the brush. Then I'm actually gonna go in with the highlighter. So this is a highlighter palette, but we can use it for what we want. Again, nobody has to stick to those rules. And I'm gonna use some of this pinkish highlighter here and run that specifically on the inside. And that's really gonna lighten and brighten the inside of my eye. You see the difference? This is bright, but this is like bright and highlighted, hence the highlighting palette. And I love this palette because it gives me, you know, it's probably not something that you can tell just by seeing someone wearing it what color of highlighter they're wearing, but when you are the one that's applying it, you can know, do I want more of a orange tone? Do I want more of a pink tone? Do I want more of a yellow tone? You could run your brush across all three of them and get some multicolor, you know, just like shine, whatever you want to do with it. It can absolutely be a multi-use tool for you. So I am running this in that corner just like that. Yeah, I like it. I like it. And then I'm also gonna run that just under the first part of the eye right there, on the inside, on the bottom. And I'm not gonna run it all the way out because I'm gonna put a slight winged liner, and that is what's gonna draw the attention right here on the outside of my eyes. So, not a lot on the eyes tonight. But, okay, now we are coming to the trick. This is my favorite trick to use when I am applying liner. And I have used this trick too, like if I want to have a very crisp line for the eyeshadow with color, then the trick is not real hard. It's just Scotch tape, you guys. You could use Scotch tape, you could use whatever the generic Scotch tape is. You just take this and place it under your lash line, and as if you were gonna continue the curve, that line from your bottom lid right on up. So you place it in that same line. So if you get real closer, you can see the line from the tape runs right down to my bottom lash line. And I'm doing that for a specific purpose when it comes to this right here. So this is our liquid liner. And there, you can get this with 2 tips on the end of it. This is a jet black. And if you can see this, I have a flat, very thin tip. You can also get this in more of a pin tip where it's in the bottle like this. You can absolutely get the pin itself. Okay, now, this one, I'm gonna kind of try and get up close here. Slow is fast, and light-handed is the best way to approach this. Because this stuff, let me show you. I'm gonna show you on my hand. Just like this. I'm gonna let it dry for a minute. And then this is gonna be set right where you put it, which is why I think liquid liner can be so intimidating sometimes, is because it is not always very forgiving. But sometimes it looks really cool, you guys. So we're gonna go for it tonight. So I am just, and I might get a little quiet. Right. See, I was moving, but because it was light, it didn't go everywhere. I'm gonna take it right. I'm not gonna talk and do it at the same time. I'm taking it right at the edge of my lash line. You see that? Right at the lash line. You see now how that's really popping with the light eyeshadow behind it? Okay, now, this is dry. I want to show you. That is not moving. I don't want to tip the liquid out. I should have done that without. See that? Not moving. I didn't put any waterproofing on that. I didn't spray that with any setting spray. I just flipped that on my hand and it's not going anywhere. So this is some good stuff. Okay, so now I'm gonna do the wing. This is why I have the tape. So if you can see, I actually am trying to follow the tape with my hand. Just like that. And it's okay, that's why I have the tape, that it's got that little bit right there. That's on the tape and that's gonna get pulled off. And then what I'm gonna do is right where the end of that tip is, I'm gonna pull it back a little bit and run it into the line. I want a very thin line tonight, but you could do this method and create a thicker line or a longer wing, however you wanna do it. Okay. Now that wing looks longer and it looks crazy, but it's on the tape, and that tape is gonna give me that clean line. And so it's okay. It makes this a significantly less stressful event than if I was trying to freehand it. And because I don't wear the liquid liner all that often, you know, unless I want a specific look, then this just, you know, it helps. It's like a little guide. And if you wear it more often and you get more comfortable with it, then eventually you could take the tape away and just do your thing with a freehand, which would be amazing. And there's lots of really talented women out there who are able to do that. Okay, now. Just a little wing. That's okay. I'm okay with the little wing, you guys. And there's that piece of tape. And it is excellent. I'm gonna go back in really quick with this little blender right here. Just retouch that up. There is a little bit of a price to pay with using tape. That's all right. I would rather reblend than have to redo all that work on the eye. Okay, so We're gonna go back in again on this side. I'm just gonna run that tape right there so that the line continues out from the bottom of my under eye right there. And we're gonna do it on this side. I'm just wiping off the excess here. If you're jumping on, say hi. If you are interested in any of the products that we are using tonight, message me. I can help color match you in the VFX or our BB cream, our CC cream, our Stay Matte if you like a really matte look. Any of these products, I can help build a basket for you, can make it as non-stressful as you want it to be to get new makeup. Because sometimes nobody want to go in and navigate a whole website, and I can help so you don't have to do that. Okay. So the light is a little bit better on this side. I know normally I switch over here, but I don't want to mess this up. So I'm going to go in like this. I might even have to, you might have to just wait a minute here. See, like that. It's a little bit, again, you guys, this is like my crazy eye. This is always the eye, you know, one of two that I have a hard time just getting it right. So I'm gonna stretch the skin on this one a little bit so it's a little bit easier and quicker for me to apply. Now again, right, I know that looks crazy, but it is on the tape. It is on the tape. And I think they have like specific makeup tape that you could even use. This is just Scotch tape. This is just Scotch tape. That's it. It doesn't have to be fancy. It doesn't have to be special makeup tape. I am just using Scotch tape. Okay. And I even got, even with all that, I even got like one spot. You can kind of see it where I'm off the line there. I'm just gonna go in with a Q-tip and fix it. A dampened Q-tip. You all know you do it too. See? And because I caught it before it was dry, before it's like this, it just wiped right off. But once it's dry, that might be a little bit harder to fix. I'm gonna pull that tape away, and I have the same little baby wing. Same baby wing on the side. Now, I'm good with that. Let me just see really quick. I'm gonna be brave. I'm gonna try and extend this little wing out here. This might be a risk. We're gonna see how this is gonna go, you guys. You can't see what I'm doing. Sorry, I just realized that. That's not good. That's not what we want. Baby wing there. Baby wing right there. And they're, you know, they're sisters. They're not twins. And that's okay. They're close. They're close. So, I'm gonna give that, actually, I'm gonna go back in here really quick. This is bothering me. It's okay, it's just personally bothering me, you guys. So, this is just part of practicing with your makeup and getting comfortable with it. If you don't like it, just go back in and fix it. It's fine. There is no issue with that. Do you hear my children screaming? Do you hear the screams? I live in the loud house and I love it, but it is loud. And it is okay. That sounded extra loud. That might be a little loud. But their dad is awesome. He's on it right now. He is on it right now. I hear him too. He is engaged. And it is fine. It's part of life, right? Okay. All right. It is pretty close, you guys. Pretty close. I like it. I like it. Look at those wings. Okay, now you can kind of see where the tape was, but we can fix that. As you learn new things or new methods with your makeup, it might be that you figure out different sequencing of how to do something. And I'm just gonna take this brush, right? Because I just was very precise with this line. So if I'm going back in, I want to be equally as precise. I wouldn't want to go back in right now with my beauty blender or even with my fingers, because they have stuff on them, but because I want to make sure that I don't go back in and accidentally blur that very crisp winged line. Okay, so I'm good on that side. Let's try it over here. And quite honestly, you probably don't really need to do this. I am just doing it because I want to, because I want it to be very, very crisp on that line for the eyeliner and for the concealer that runs up to it. And it should be pretty dry now, so now I'm gonna go back in with the translucent setting powder. Nope, not this one. That's the brush powder. They're in the same, container. It's fine. Let me go back in like this. Is anybody taking any family vacations soon? I feel like the world, the country is ready for some summer vacation. 2020 has been a year, y'all. It has been a year. When they make memes about a particular year like that, you know it's been a year. Okay. I'm gonna take the ripped parts of my beauty blender here and just kind of wipe that excess away. Okay, that's really not too bad. It's really not bad. So you just gotta get in there, play around with it, see what method works best for you. I'm gonna clean up my little workstation here a little bit before we go into the next go round of things. Okay, so now I'm gonna go back in with my lash extension mascara. And I am digging this mascara. It's got this amazing brush with bristles, long bristles on one end, short bristles on the other end. And it is gonna help you find all the lashes on your eyes. And because I have put this eyeliner on, I actually don't have to be quite as like soft with this. I can be pretty aggressive with like getting right down to the root of the lash. For me, it doesn't matter what mascara I use. My lashes are naturally long, but they're also somewhat thin, and so when I get into the rim of them right here, it puts the mascara on the skin, the top of my eye, the top of my eyelid. But because I've already put that liner on, you won't be able to see it because it's gonna blend right into the liner. So I am really like at the base is where I am starting the brush and running that puppy up. And you can see those lashes just start to come alive. If at any time you are interested in any of these products, message me, shoot me a note here on the live, shoot me a note on Messenger, and I can help you get any of these. If you are interested in getting them 50% off, ask me how. But this mascara is so good. It's lash extending. It is long lasting. And you guys, it is under $10. That is amazing. You know it's amazing. Before I found Farmasi, before my girl Mallory hooked me up, you guys, I was paying way more than $10 for mascara that is no better than this mascara. And I just think, if you are like me and you have a life outside of your makeup, you have a family, you got a job, I don't think it's an unfair expectation for your makeup to be at a reasonable price and to be quality and to be able to put it on and forget it and have it still look as amazing at the end of the day as it did when you put it on that morning. Or in some cases like today, that evening. That's fine too. Okay. You guys, I talked to my parents today. My parents live up in Washington State. And just as we were coming out, just as we were finishing our little hike today, oh my gosh. Look at that. It's okay. It's okay. Don't stress. We're gonna get it. I will show you guys how to fix something like that. Just hang with me. We're gonna let it dry a minute. I don't want to get it while it's wet. Unlike the liner, I don't want to mess with that while it's wet. My lashes are going through a thinning. They like cycle through when they're thicker and when they're thinner. And this eye, because of course it's this eye, is thinning. It's in a thinning phase right now. But so my beautiful mama called. We got to talk to my parents all the way home. We live like 20 minutes from the little, it's not little, but the local state park that we went to. So we talked to them all the way home. And when I say we, I mean I talked to them for like 2 seconds, and then my poor parents got passed around our car between all the kids holding the phone because they wanted to talk to Nammy and Grandpa. They are thinning on this side. And when I say thinning, they'll thicken back up. They go through like a phase where they, if you're just popping on, I totally see that. I'm gonna fix it in just a second. I'm just letting it dry for a second. They go through this phase where they will be like really thick for me and long, and then they will, it's almost like they shed. They'll like grow and then they'll fall out, but they tend to fall out together, which creates a thinning. Okay, so before I take care of this, I'm gonna go in with my spoolie brush because this one is just being a little bit sticky right there. And I don't want them to stick together. And you look all clumpy. That's not the look I'm going for. It's not what I like. Okay. So this is how I'm gonna fix this. I'm just gonna take this little spoolie brush, lightly, ta-da! Because it was dry and not wet, it just picked it right up. So if that happens to you, just let it dry and then just very lightly go in and just pick it up off your face. And you'll be good to go, ladies. Okay. This one is also kind of sticking together. And even though I made a couple of passes, this was not like 4 or 5 coats of mascara. This was like, I wasn't keeping count, but I think it was like 2, maybe? I don't know. I have to go back and rewatch it, but it was not a lot. And I'm only going back again on this side because they're kind of thin and I want this to build on itself. It is buildable. Ta-da! Just like this. If false, you guys, that almost fell. And the little cramps right here, it's okay. If false lashes are your jam, you could absolutely put your falsies on and then use this to blend your regular lashes into your falsie lashes as well. You could totally do that and it would be fine. Okay. I'm super excited. I have ordered our curl mascara. What's it called? It's called the curl mascara. It curls your lashes just by putting it on. I'm messing up the name, but that's what it does. It's fairly common. But I'm super excited to try it because I've never had a mascara actually curl my lashes just by applying them. And I am excited to do this because this one I'm pretty confident is going to be a go on that. All right. So while that is drying, I'm gonna add some color to the cheeks. So if you're thinking like, oh, Emily, aren't you gonna put any other color on your eyes? No, I'm not, because I want the brightness to really impact this wing right here, and it's just making that black really stand out. And so I'm not gonna do anything else with the eyes except curl my eyelashes in a little bit, and that's it. Okay, this is our Sugar Pink blush. It's so pretty, and you can kind of, I don't know if you can see in the light. This one also has a little bit of sheen to it. Has a little bit of a shimmer effect. So I've got some shimmer on the eyes. I'm putting some shimmer on my on the cheeks right now. So I contoured a little bit earlier. I have an apple cheek, so I am going to just apply from the apple of my cheek back. And I want just some color right there. See that? And I'm gonna run it down to where I put that contouring before. And I've got so much shimmer on, I might not do a highlight tonight everywhere. I've got quite a bit of shimmer going on. And I like to apply my blush sometimes, I find, when I'm already smiling, so I can see where that apples is. Just run it back. Right back up there. You guys have anything you're doing special on Sundays or weekends during this time right now? Is any type of family stuff? Let me know. I'm always on the search for new ideas for good family time. Okay, now is the whole thing I've been excited for about this video. Everything that we have been setting up the face for is to make these lips pop. And I am not going to be using the eyebrow pencil. This lip liner right here, which is number 207. I have been digging this one lately. It is gonna match right in just a second. This is a lip liner pencil, and you can absolutely sharpen these. I think it's been a topic of conversation recently about Farmasi lip liners and brow pencils and eyeliners. As long as you have ordered this pencil and not the liquid liner like I just put on, you sharpen them with a regular pencil sharpener. Just don't press real hard because they are wax based and it will gum it up, but just a regular pencil sharpener is what we're going for. Okay, I'm gonna get kind of quiet because I don't want to be moving my lips while I'm trying to line them. Yeah. And I make a little bit wider line so that when I am putting on the lipstick, I do not have to run it just to the edge. I like a wider line because I feel like it blends into the lipstick better. If you are hopping on, say hi, let me know you're here. Let me know you're here, and if you have any questions about anything that we've done so far, just hit me up in the messages, or you can hit me up in the comments here and I will be happy to let you know. Okay. This lip liner almost matches exactly this lipstick that we're putting on. This lipstick right here, and I'm going to show this to you guys, and it's going to be slightly anticlimactic because, like I said, my children were in playing with my makeup earlier today. And they did this. But this color is the bomb.com. When you are trying to I feel like makeup sometimes, it just makes me feel powerful. And for me, a bold lip is like a power suit. That's how it makes me feel. And I rock a red on a regular basis, but this pink is the same effect. And it has like, it almost is kind of, it's like, it reminds me of like the 1960s kind of like Mad Men look, where it's just, you'll see in just a minute. It's awesome. And it also, even though this is not a matte matte lipstick, matte liquid lipstick, I've worn this lipstick before for over 12 hours and eaten, and it is still on. I did not have to reapply it. So I can't remember if it says specifically in the description, if you look at it online, that is long wearing, but I am telling you, it is long wearing. And, you know, this probably isn't actually a lipstick brush, but it came in my brush sets, and that's what I'm using it for, because there's no rules. And when I am using a very bold, dark color, red, pink, doesn't matter. If this was not all mushed down, I would just put it on straight from the tube. But I want to make sure that it is also kind of precise because it's a darker color. And so to do that, I will use my makeshift lip brush. And I feel like, you know, it's playing off the pink and the green of the lipstick and then the winged liner. This is the look I'm going for. Right? Isn't it beautiful? This is a hot, like H-A-W-T, hot pink lipstick. Can you guys tell I'm in my basement of my house? You hear my children upstairs? They're running around in the kitchen, dining room. Wherever they are, I am below them. So if you can hear them, it is not an earthquake. It is my wonderful children running around our house. Gosh, I love my children. I love my children. I love my children. I love them even when they mush my lipstick and the top totally just fell on the floor. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. So this is a more traditional lipstick, you know, product. Not traditional in the sense that it will wear off, but traditional in the sense that it's going to stay very moist on my lips. So some of our other products, like our matte lipstick, it will actually almost like dry. And when that happens, you know, I can like kiss my husband and nothing will come off on his face. I can kiss my kids and nothing will come off on their face. This one is long lasting, but it does remain moist. And so just be aware of that. And you can still kiss who you want to when it comes off on their face, fine. You know, the price of awesome lipstick colors. I'm actually gonna now I'm not doing this right, you know, up where I lined. I'm doing this more on the inside, like the meat of my lip. That same space that when you do eat, you'll start to see it lighten. That's where I'm applying a little bit more coverage. Because out where I lined it, and because I put that thicker line there, I don't I'm not as worried about the coverage of it. Okay, hold on, I gotta get this. I gotta get this top. Look at this color, you guys. It's so good, it's so good. It makes me feel so good. I just wanna like run my hands through my hair, fluff up my hair a little bit. I'm feeling kind of sandy-ish, like maybe from Greece a little bit with my blonde fluffy hair. What do you think? Winged eyeliner. See, that's why I didn't put a lot of color, because the big color on my face is my lips. Is that like really bold, and I want it to pop, that pink lipstick. What you think? Last trick, you know, you guys know I always do this last. I'm gonna go back in and curl these up. Again, I don't have to worry about this smudging. You see that? No smudging, no smudging. So when I go back in here, I'm still gonna go right to the base. It's actually getting my bottom lashes in it. Oh, I don't want those to stick up. Right to the base. Pop those babies up. Now, these ones are a little thinner because that's life sometimes. Maybe I'll do that again. But you can see, like, that did not mess with this at all. See that? You know what? I don't think I'm gonna do the highlighter tonight. I've got some shimmer already in the blush. I've got plenty of shimmer on the eyes. Nice matte lip. I think I'm gonna leave the highlighter out. I just don't think we need it. But we did use this pink color, I think it's called Hibiscus, as an eyeshadow on the inner part of the eye to really make that part pop. All right, my beautiful friends, thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me tonight. I really enjoyed spending time with you. Again, if you have any questions about anything that we've put on in this video, if you have questions just about Farmasi products in general, if you want to know how you can get them 50% off, if you don't care about that, but you want to be color matched, I can do any of that for you. Please send me a message. If you watch this on the replay, hit hashtag replay sister, hit hashtag tardy, put a number 2 in there. Just let me know you stopped by, and I will let you guys know when I go live again, probably in a few days. But thank you so much for spending time with me. I hope you enjoy your week. Stay fit, stay fabulous, stay beautiful, know your worth, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.